is the cement that we actually manufacture. And it's different than traditional cement. There is no Portland cement in any of these products. The base component is a calcium sulfoaluminous cement, and that's where you're going to see the magic comes from. And when we talk magic, we talk about speed, because what we really sell is time for the contractors that are out in the field. The ability to rip out a panel on a highway and be able to put that concrete back in and put traffic back on it within an hour. So a little bit about our company is we've been around since the early 60s, and really we're just supplying bulk rapid set cement into the industry. And then over the years, we started to create different patching materials with these products. And Whitecap being our very first distributor on the West Coast, we started with one branch there, and you guys helped us drive our innovation into these other stores. So one of the first products we'll talk about, and when we talk about time savings, it's also ease of placement. So what Luis is demonstrating here is a patch that's about 4 inches thick, and it's a fairly difficult patch because it's on a corner, right? So he's using our Mortar Mix Plus, which is a material that is going to allow him to go from a 1/2 inch to 6 inches thick in a single coat. Typically an application like this, you'd have to layer it. So you'd put your first coat on, you'd let that harden up, and then you'd come in with your next coat and let that harden up. And a couple things about this particular material, it's going to be structural in about an hour and a half. So you'll be able to come over there, tap it, and it'll be completely done. This material can be used overhead, flat work, or vertical work. And that's also another selling point for the materials, because you've got a contractor that can take one material and use it for various applications. And so while he's doing that, I'll point out a few of these things that we've got up here. So we demonstrated these here throughout the day at the different trainings that we did, but this is our concrete mix over here, which on your roads and bridges, your contractors are going out and filling your holes, your damaged concrete, and putting that in. And as I said, in about 45 minutes to an hour, you can put heavy forklift traffic on that, which is this product that he's demonstrating here. So same base cement that you see up here, but this one we add a color to it, so it blends into the concrete with the gray color. This is really the natural color of our Rapid Set product. So for as workable as this is right now, in 1 hour, like I said, it'll be hard as a rock. And you can take that from about 2 inches up to 2 feet thick. So you're talking airport pavement, road pavement, bridge decks, and things like that. So while he's working that piece, I'll point out we also have one of our most innovative products is our asphalt patch. So I think everybody here is familiar with cold patch. Being a cement manufacturer, what we did was we took our cement and blended it with different additives to create a patch material for asphalt that would move similar to asphalt, but would be extremely durable in harsh environments. So if you live in an area that has asphalt, you know that when it rains, the water just gets on the bottom and pushes that out. You won't have that with this material here, which allows you to go to up to a foot thick with that material there. And so a couple of other unique things about our material when they get this next product out, it's a very green material. So certainly wasn't our goal to make a green material, but what we found out as we were doing it is that we've got about 32% less CO2 than traditional Portland cement. And a lot of that is tied to the durability. You've got a much denser material, which is going to seal up and be a bit more durable in harsh environments, especially freeze-thaw scenarios and things like that. Now, for as fast as these materials are, for your contractors that are doing larger pours or maybe need more time, we sell little retarder additives that they can add one retarder packet to a bag, delay the setting time by about 15 minutes, and you can add up to 4 of those per bag. And then our highest volume mover inside of the Whitecap is our WonderFix. And this particular material is a patching compound, contains no hard aggregates inside of it. Its main purpose was for the tilt industry, because back in the day, they would create their own mix, Portland cement, sand, and they'd create a wash for the panel. But the problem is you would have inconsistencies because it was all hand mixed. And what we did was we created a material that the contractor would just simply need to add water. It'd be uniform in color. And as you can see here, very easy to apply, very similar to like a mousse when you're putting it on. And this material will dry extremely quick. You can sand it for 24 hours, and then after that, the PSI is much stronger and can be painted, or you can leave it exposed at that point. And outside of these particular patching products, we also have our flooring side. So if you've ever been, inside any boutique stores, we've done a few Whitecap stores where you can go in with an overlay, self-leveling, and put a brand new topping on your concrete, polish it out, and make it look extremely decorative, customizing the different colors and different pieces like that. So I will point out that all the guys that you see up here, these are our tradesmen. These guys work in the field with the contractors. These are the guys that call on the Whitecap branches, and they act as a bridge in between the Whitecap sales guys and the end user to generate the business. And because our materials are a little bit different, the setting time's a bit different, you've got to have these guys out there to really make the contractor understand they've got to do something different to keep up with the material. But we've enjoyed the partnership very much, and yeah, it's been excellent.
Frank, maybe talk a little bit like what we're doing together from a training standpoint.
Oh yeah, so we've got 2 training centers across the country, one in the West Coast and one on the East Coast, and we use these training centers. They can be customized for tilt contractors, flooring contractors, DOT, pretty much any avenue that comes through. So we can house about 100 folks inside there, and so as we get the new hires that are coming onto the group, we can take these guys for a full day and teach them how to do basic patching with the materials, and at the same time make the connection with the regional rep that's out there so that these guys can go out and make joint calls, and they can use our guys to do the demonstrations on site and help cultivate the business to run back through the branches.
One other thing that we did touch on, we don't have to name the customer, but we can talk about big opportunities that we're working on together and how we go about it.
Sure, yeah. So our IP is a bit, our technology is new in the industry. Everybody thinks of Portland cement, and even though we've been around for such a long time, you're working through Portland cement specs, which take time to get a workaround based on your materials. So a lot of what we're doing in targeting specific contractors across the country and helping break and generate new specs for our materials, and working with the national sales team to cultivate each office of these larger GCs across the country and generate a larger program with these folks and give them a more consistent finished product at the end of the day. Any other points that we can answer for you guys? Any questions on the material? Are you going to do the waterproofing mortar? Okay. Yeah. So this is another one. This is when everybody thinks waterproofing, you think more of a chemical coating that you're putting on. And so what you've got here is a cement-based waterproofing mortar. So picture like a basement wall or a stem wall. You can go through and you can coat this wall with the material. It'll stop both positive and negative transfer going through. And as you can see on the beaker on the far right, I believe that's the one, uncoated, it's going to draw the water right through it. And on the one that's coated there, completely seals it up. And again, the base component is the same cement. That's what we manufacture, and that's what's in all of these. So from a consistency standpoint, you don't have a lot of additives in these materials. For your contractor's point of view, they're literally just adding water, which gives them a more consistent, easy-to-use product in the field there. Any other questions we can answer for you? If you guys are interested, I'll take you on one last piece, and it's just around this wall there, and I'll show you some of the finished pieces that might be of interest to you guys. Yeah, come on right around this way. How are you, brother?
Hey, buddy, good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. I don't know if it'll work over here. Okay, so as I was talking about over there, so you've got the same cement inside there. So as people are refurbishing buildings, a lot of times the concrete floor itself isn't up to par. So what this particular material allows them to do is to be able to mill down the actual substrate, put a brand new coating on, and depending on the finish they want, if they want to go with more of a terrazzo type look or if they want to keep it to more of a coating type look, or add some aggregate into the picture, this allows them to work in an active store. So if you can picture a remodel of maybe a Walmart store, they can go through, do about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet a night. Because of the setting time, they can open that piece back up to traffic, and within a 30-day period, complete a 100,000 square foot store.